and welcome back to our daily videos for healing and wellness. I really hope that this journey has been something beautiful for you, as it has been for me. I think the journey to growth is never that easy. It's something that sometimes can require more than we expected, and sometimes it's for our good. God doesn't let us see everything up in advance, because if we did, most of us wouldn't start to begin with. But once we're in it, we know that it's worth continuing because of what we've already put inside of it. And you've put in 19 days. I want to encourage you to keep going. I want to encourage you to not see the last stretch as looming, but encouraging as a testament to how much you've already done up until this point. You are doing amazing, and I am so proud of you. Let's read today's quote, but first, let's take a deep breath for 4 seconds and hold as per usual. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one more time. Isn't God so good? Every breath that we take is a breath that He's allowed us to, and it's an opportunity to see with eyes of gratitude rather than complaining. Let's read today's quote. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Failure can be something that gets a really bad rep. We think about failure with eyes of frustration, and we do feel discouraged when we don't pass that test or that accomplishment. However, I think that's something so beautiful about failing is the fact that it's a testament that we even tried. I know for a fact, even though I don't like to fail with everything in me, I really don't like it. It's been a testament to my efforts. It has been a confirmation that I tried, that I pushed past everything in me that wanted to stop, and I kept going. And that doesn't always feel gratifying because, of course, the way we see success is accomplishment. But if we shift our perspective of success and we see accomplishment rather than finishing something, and focus more on the fact that we were able to start something, on the fact that we were able to get past our insecurities and our fears and the naysayers, even when it was us, every doubt, and we did it anyways. That is an accomplishment. That is success. And even though we don't get our desired outcome, we need to start weighing so much more heavily on the process being the reward rather than just the end goal. When you do that, every step on the way to getting to your end is progress and a win. Little wins is like the silver lining on sometimes difficult days. In the daily quote, I say this: every failure can be shifted into a blessing if we learn from it. I call this failing forward. It isn't as effective as walking, but it's not void of progress. And when we rise after a well-managed fall, we rise wiser and more agile, better suited for future success. Failing forward is uncomfortable, it is frustrating, it is aggravating, and sometimes it feels a little discouraging while you're on the floor. But when you get up and realize, I may have tumbled a couple of inches forward rather than back, at least you know you did something right. Failing or failure can turn into fight when managed well. So I want to encourage you to turn your failure to fight. Turn your failure into steam to push you forward. Let the win of getting over yourself the first time encourage you to get over yourself a second time and try again. Because what failure doesn't mean is that it's not meant for you. Failure does not mean that you don't deserve it. Failure does not mean that you won't get through. Failure does not mean that God doesn't have it for you. Failure does not mean that you were not built for this. It does not mean that the devil won. It does not mean that you won't get a second chance. It does not mean any of that. All failure means is that you have to try again. That's it. Keep trying. There is something so beautiful for you on the other side if you are willing to get out of your own way. Get pride out of the way. Because that's really the most painful part of failing, isn't it? The fact that we didn't win. But if you keep going, no harm, no foul. Keep trying. What's the worst that can happen? It already did. It's only up from here. So I really want to encourage you. Keep trying. Keep fighting. Keep pushing forward. I'm telling you, it's going to work in your favor. Believe me, I know. The lesson you learned yesterday, man, I can't come at you the same way twice. I mean, if I punch you here once and then you jab me on the other side, I'm going to know, okay, when I punch your jabs on the other side, so I'll move. It gives me better prediction, better agility, better prepared for my next win. But you can't have your next win if you don't get back in the ring. Keep failing forward. Stumble if you have to, crawl if you have to, but never stop. God has something for you. And as long as you keep going, you'll get one step closer every time. I really hope that this encourages you. It's a quote from the late great Nelson Mandela, and he could have seen every single day in that jail as a failure, but he saw it as a progress. It's a day he was still alive, and a day he could still fight. It was not the outcome that he wanted in that moment, but it led to ultimate victory. Your failures are leading you to an ultimate victory. As hard as it may seem, and as difficult as it is to accept, there is more that you will get out of this. I'll see you tomorrow for day 21. Keep existing, healing, and elevating from my heart to yours. Bye.